Well, it is Red Ribbon Week at local schools. It's a time for schools and other organizations to try and raise awareness about the dangers of drugs. And in Baldwin County, the Drug Court Foundation is hosting an event that features a special guest speaker, food, games, and more. So we've got Baldwin County District Attorney Robert Wilters in the house to talk more about this. And I love that you guys know how to get the teenagers' attention. You're going to have some food and some games going on.
Food, games, and a really good speaker that I think they will identify with.
So talk to me a little bit about what most people might find shocking, the age that kids are starting to engage in drugs now.
Well, we found out on the average, the people who are in drug court started using drugs, heavy drugs, between the ages of 12 and 14.
Yeah.
And many of them started younger than that, 10 being an age that they are a target at that time.
I remember when I first heard that statistic, I was shocked. What do you think it is? Is it peer pressure? Is it because if we're going to have this conversation, you need to address the problem, right?
We do. Part of the problem is the, and I hate to say this, but the internet. These children have access to more information than at any time in my life, and there's so much additional stuff coming out daily as to what they can use to try to get high on, what they can use to help numb themselves. And why, I don't know why they want to do it, but they do.
Yeah. So you guys are going to be talking to them, and it's not a lecture, because you've got a really great speaker. Tell us about who you have coming.
We have one of the founding members of the band Korn, K-O-R-N, Brian Welch, who will be here, and fantastic story. He was at one of our drug court graduations several years ago and was phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's not somebody that you might just look at and think he's going to be a help to us. You'd think that's just the opposite. But we have one message, and that message is don't do drugs. If you're doing drugs, quit. But you got many messengers, and it's whatever messenger the kids nowadays will listen to that you want to get there and have that messenger speak to them. And Brian Welch is, he's one of those messengers that they will listen to. And
really quickly, because we're almost out of time, but you want them to get this message because otherwise they end up in front of you. Yes,
ma'am. At some point in time, if they continue to do drugs, there are really two things that they're looking at, either jail time or prison time or death. And neither one of those are good options. We don't want that. We want these kids to lead a healthy, normal lifestyle and not get involved in that drug culture and all the problems that go along with it.
Yeah. Well, mark your calendar and go on out. Get your kid involved. I thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having us, Lenise.
And we'll have this interview posted on our Fox News YouTube page. Look for it shortly and be sure to subscribe.